A man has to be what he is, Jimmy. You can't break the mold. I've tried it, and it didn't work for me. Joey, there's no living with the killing. There's no going back from one. Right or wrong, it's a brand. A brand sticks. There's no going back. What's up, YouTube? This is Wayne coming back at you with a review of the movie Logan. Yes, I love this movie. First things first, I gotta say, I love it. There's a few little plot points there, but we'll get right into it. I actually took a few notes about it. But first thing, I want to get into this scene. Yeah, that was a touching moment there. I gotta say, they put this movie pretty well together. It was a little gory. I took my wife to go see it. She didn't really like all the super blood and guts, so I would not say a date movie. But if you're hanging out with the guys and you want to go see a good movie, great movie to go see. The movie starts off with who else? Hugh Jackman as Wolverine being a limo driver. I'm not going to spoil the whole movie for you here, but there are spoilers in my review. So, spoiler alert. So, what I gotta say, he starts off being a limo driver. Everything's kind of pacing in the first part of the movie. One thing about it, it just seems like he's sick of being who he is. Being a mutant, he's like one of the last ones. There hasn't been any new ones born in a while. So, he's just kind of going through the paces of life. Later on, you find out that he's taking care of Professor X, who he has locked in a silo because he's going through Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is a crazy disease in the real world. So to let a mutant as strong as Professor X go through Alzheimer's, this is a subplot point. One thing about this subplot point is it drags the movie on at the beginning of the movie. You're like thinking, okay, when are we gonna get to X-23? When are we gonna get to the little girl? Is the dude with the arm cable? No, none of that. We're gonna stick on this plot. Then you have a young lady come and approach him and tell him that she needs his help. That just he's so rude to her, he's so disrespectful. He does not want to be a hero anymore. He has lost touch with the real world. He's like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. Everybody I know has either died or he's lost a lot of people. I was kind of hoping that we would see some other X-Men maybe in the movie, but no. We get him, Professor X, and I forgot the guy's name, but he did an awesome job as the mutant tracker. So did an awesome job. So we're gonna get right back into another plot point here. Get X-23 to Eden. I mean, that was the whole thing of the movie. It was him getting young X-23 to a safe haven of where these genetically modified kids who are mutants can go and be safe. And they have to get over the South Dakota border into Canada to actually be safe. So that whole little montage of them in the car that we see in the trailer where they're having that banter back and forth, she's a lot like you, that takes about 60 minutes for that whole little montage to happen. And the little thing I quoted at the beginning of the movie, that's an awesome thing, because I'm not going to spoil that for you because that's kind of the end of the movie, but go ahead and watch it. I guarantee you'll love it. It'll touch you. It'll let you see that this movie was made to have a little heart, even though it had a lot of action, a lot of blood and guts, a lot of things like that. Couple other things. The premise, basically, Logan's old. He's tired. He doesn't want to do this anymore. He's sick. He's sick. Yeah, he's sick. But we're not gonna say how, why. But it is canon. It is what's in the comics. It is something that has happened. So don't go to the movies like, that never happened. No, it's canon. You gotta be a comic book fan to actually understand it. Craziest scene in this movie? The craziest scene is when Wolverine goes berserker. Finally, like we've been waiting. He's kind of is a punk at the beginning of the movie. There's a scene at the beginning when he's trying to get it when he first wakes up and he's trying to get his limo and telling people not to scratch it. Yeah, he pretty much doesn't win that battle, but he's still intimidating enough as Wolverine to scare people off. But they weren't really afraid of him. Back in the day, when he would growl and claws would come out, people would run. They did not do that. No, they're like, we can mess you up, you old man. Couple other things I wanted just to mention in the movie is I think if you were looking for an X-Men movie and not a good story told movie, it's like an old western where there's a hero protagonist but he's an anti-hero. He's not Deadpool, but he's close to Deadpool as far as anti-heroism. So I would definitely say if you came into the movie thinking that you were getting that X-Men happy-go-lucky, yay, we're cool, we have leather outfits, yeah, let's do it. Nope, not gonna happen for you. Not gonna happen whatsoever. This movie is gritty. It's grinding straight to the very end. I have to give it up to Patrick Stewart to actually sign on to do another movie where he's basically degraded through the movie. He's not the Professor X we all know, the strong leader. He's in Logan has lost himself too, and Patrick and him have these conversations, and it's like, man, I like you better when you're like this. I like you better when you're like that, and I'm telling you that just the commentary between them two is enough to just to say, hey, yeah, this is a great movie to go see. The end of the movie is awesome. The score in this movie, the music is great. That Cadillac limo, I want one of those. I think you'll want one too. It's a great car, big muscle car. Oh my, beautiful car, beautiful car. As far as the villains go, there's multiple villains. There is a doctor who manipulates the genes and stuff like that. I'll put his name right here. And there is a bunch of other like sub villains, a bunch of like a crew. And I'm not a huge enough comic reader of Logan to give you the name of the gang again and who they work for, but I do remember the movie was great. A couple other things. Let's say if you were going to the movies and you were like, maybe we'll see a hint or a dawn of a costume for Wolverine, maybe something that he wore back in the day, maybe a flashback. Nope, none of that stuff. No flashback montages, none of that. We're not gonna get any of that in there. It's just well placed, well paced movie. I think you'll really enjoy it. And if you like my video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notifications button. And I'll be back at you later with another video. Thank you.